We are on our way to the Big Bend National Park. We're gonna get our National Park Pass. So, yay, it's our first National Park on our trip.
That's right. It's 64 degrees out. Feels good so far.
Really good so far. On your drive into Big Bend National Park, there are a lot of places that you can pull over and take in the scenery and get some photos. And I highly recommend doing as many as possible because the scenery changes so much with every turn. We just got the annual pass. It was only $80 for the vehicle, which is great. So nice and cheap. And we'll be able to go to all the national parks. Okay, so we just went to Panther Junction Visitor Center and we spoke to the ranger. She gave us some suggestions. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna come up here to this dirt road and head up Grapevine Hills Road where we're gonna see that balanced rock, which is a really cool, popular destination for Big Bend. To get to the trailhead, we had to drive down a 7.7 mile long dirt road called Grapevine Hills Road, which was not far from Panther Junction Visitor Center. It says it is accessible to all vehicles, but we were glad to have a high clearance truck because there were a lot of dips and bumpy terrain. So keep that in mind if you have a car.
We're at Big Bend National Park. We're walking towards the balanced rock. There's a warning sign at the beginning of this trail. It said extreme heat warning. Do not go on this trail after 10 a.m. And it's 10 a.m. But it's breezy.
Yeah.
Not too bad. It's not the middle of summer yet. Here are a few facts from Stephen about such things you will find in the Big Bend territory. Grapevine Hills Trail. Difficulty, moderate. Distance, 2.2 miles round trip. This trail leads to a group of balanced rocks in the heart of the Grapevine Hills. Initially, the trail follows a gravel wash, then climbs steeply for the last quarter mile into the boulders. The last section requires crossing steep, rough bedrock and negotiating a challenging landscape of boulders. Stay on the trail and watch carefully for the directional arrows that point the way to the balanced rock. Use extreme caution, especially coming back down. No shade, watch for snakes. Although the walk is short, you are in the desert and it is best to be prepared for any unlikely events that may occur. So, we brought with us 2 waters, an umbrella, sandwiches, snacks, sunscreen, and I was prepared with proper attire and footwear. I have the willingness to take advantage of others less fortunate or less strong than I in a survival situation. May God have mercy on their souls. They say man's most dangerous weapon is his own hands, but imagine those hands filled with rocks. Big Bend is too big to see in a single day. There are over 800,000 acres of land to explore. Elevations go from 1,800 feet along the Rio Grande to nearly 8,000 feet in the Chisos Mountains. Within this land you will find massive canyons, vast desert expanses, forested mountains, and an ever-changing river. Pets are only allowed to go where your car can go, so no trails, off-roads, or rivers. There is no kennel service at the park, so we left Jasmine in the camper, with the air on of course. The Chihuahuan Desert covers about 80% of the park and surrounds the Chisos Mountains. Bare, rocky ground and sparse vegetation are hallmarks of the desert. The last quarter mile is a climb over rocks to get up to the Balancing Rock, where you have an impressive view not only over the desert landscape, but a perfect spot to take a picture with the rock that is seemingly impossibly suspended in the air by only 2 points on either side.
Stay tuned for part 2 of our Big Bend National Park adventure, where we make our way down Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive towards the Santa Elena Canyon Trail and navigate our way down the Rio Grande River. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll continue to put out a new episode as we travel across this beautiful country of ours.